Okay, today is April 7th, 2025, and this is the next update to the pepper series. So the plants in the aero garden, or our hydroponic plants, are just doing amazing. So I started a few more plants because my lemon starburst kind of died from the rain and the cold. And so I had to start over. So it's going to be brand new seedlings, not sprouted yet. But this one here, it's sprouted. You see, there's little shoots coming out. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys something really cool. So here I have two plants that I have in my aero garden. And let me see what the names are, because man, these things are so big now, they covered up everything. Okay, so the one in the back, which is really tall, it's about to reach the light. Massive leaves. That is the Jay's Peach Ghost cross with a Primo cross with the Leviathan. That's the seed that I got from one of our buddy on Pepper Lovers community, Jeff Hobbs. Jeff, if you're watching, that is your baby right there. And then the one in the front here, look at this, guys. Look how short that is. It didn't grow like that. It just remained nice and short, and I really love it. And I think this might be a good candidate to grow for all hydroponic stuff, like the aero garden, because look how flat this is. And then we have, you see flowers right there. So man, I think I'm going to try to grow another one of this and see if it does the same thing, because if that's the habit, these are going to be great candidates for all hydroponic growing. And it's a beautiful plant. This is a chocolate Primo. So that's what it looks like right there. Nice looking plants. And then over here I have my what is it here? Super pekins. So super pekins are just so interesting. When they first started as a seedling, it is the smallest seedlings you've ever seen. It is so tiny, all of them. And look how massive it is right now. There's some flowers forming right there. So hopefully it will stick. And then I'll get seed pods for this and possibly grow it outside pretty soon. Okay, so those are my hydroponic plants. So let's go outside and I'll show you the rest. Okay, we are going to start with this plant here. This is the one that I grew inside, and then I decided I'm going to take it outside because I need the plant to grow more. It was in a tiny little bottle container. And so you see, that is burned from the sun. And as always, if you're going to take the plants from inside out here, always get them acclimated. Put them in the sun for a few minutes, take them out, because the leaves are very sensitive. So I've done this for about a week already. So this is good to go now. See, it burned a little bit. So let me see, what's the name on this one? Okay, so this one is also a chocolate Primo Tally. And it looks like the habit is the same. It's kind of like short, and I really like it. So we'll see how this grows later. And if it grows super low, those seeds that I saved are the nice ones. So I would grow that in the future in all hydroponic testings. Okay, so here we have a few more that I started inside. What is this here? Is this the KhangSta white tie? Yeah, it might be. So we'll have to check. Sometimes I mislabel these guys. Yeah, so we'll see what that is. It might be the white tie. This one here, maybe the Hornet. We'll have to check on that too. And this one here was struggling like crazy. This is the Omni cross with the white tie. So this is a cross that I did right here. Hopefully it will make it back to good health, because that's a good variety right there. Okay, so here is my Stargazer over winter from last year. Man, we had some crazy rain. So it finally stopped, and that one's doing good. Some of my other plants just had too much water, and I think the lemon starburst died from that. So I'll show you. Okay, so here in my raised bed, like my vegetable, I grow them like this every season. This here is a death spiral. I started this inside, and it was from last season, I think. I was just testing with it in a little bottle container, and then I took it outside, and of course, without getting them acclimated, it got burned up. But it should be good now. Going forward, it's gonna grow and recover, so should be fine. And here we have two plants. I think I bought these plants. These are probably habanero. I think they're habanero or ghost. It might be ghost. So here are the two right here. So those are grown with the vegetable, so I would be harvesting all the vegetable, and so those guys would have the space to themselves. And here is the huge trunk, the tie cross with a Scotch bonnet that I made. Look at my little friend right there. And that one is recovering pretty well. That's from last season. And again, that plant is going to be its third year. Okay, here we have this little trunk right here. You see, this is the overwintered what was it, peach star kiss or lemon starburst, one of those. Same with this. You see, these are overwintered, and look at that. I should have chopped this back, but that should be okay. Okay, so here is the lemon starburst that had too much rain, and I think it probably drowned the plant. So I'll just leave it here and see. It may come back from the bottom, I don't know. And if it does, that's good. If it doesn't, it's gonna be replaced with something else that I just started. So here is my KhangSta Yellow, I think. And that is also grown from hydroponic that I tested last season or during the winter time, and I took it out here to replace the lemon starburst that died from all the water. These are white ties right here, and those are the ones that I moved from here. So you see here, these are all white ties. So these are my backup plants, and so if anything died, I got a bunch left right here. I just basically just drop a whole bunch of seeds in there. I'm gonna give some to some friends, and then the extras I'm gonna save to replace the ones that won't make it. And this is the Hornet right here. Same thing with the KhangSta Yellow. I started it around the same time in the my test water bottle setup. And finally, we have some seedlings right there. Those are also white ties that I separated. So those would be planted in the raised bed or somewhere later where I have space. But that is pretty much all I have. The hydroponic plants, as usual, always grow the best this time of the year. We're gonna get warmer temperatures soon. Yesterday, man, it was freezing. It was April 6th, but it dropped down to like the late like 39 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very unusual. And some of the plants kind of struggled a little bit from going, 80 degrees to like 39 degrees. Okay, I decided to remove one of the plant out of the AeroGarden because it was getting too big. And so here is the plant right here. And so all I did was I just yank it out slowly. And that is what the roots look like. I'm gonna remove this out, the plastic cup here, and then I'm going to plant it into soil. That way it'll have more room for the other plant to grow, and this one can be transplanted outside. And remember, the leaves are very sensitive, so when you put this into the ground, or actually the pot first, that way you can move it out of the sun if it gets too hot, and get it acclimated before you plant it permanently outside. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, we are going to plant the plant into this pot right here just for now until it's acclimated to the sun, and then we can put it in the ground or wherever it needs to go. And so the soil I'm using here is really soft soil. I mixed in perlite and vermiculite and a little sand. That way it can help with the drainage. And then I took the pot off right here, and so now we are going to plant it in. So the roots it's pretty long, so we're just gonna place like this, elevate it a little bit, and then we're gonna put soil down at the bottom. And then you can pull the plant up a little bit as you plant it. That way the roots are straight. And you may need to get rid of some of the leaves at the bottom because it grows so low in the arrow garden. Okay, so there we go. And you see these huge leaves, they might burn up. That one kind of broke, so I'm just gonna pull it out. How big that is. Okay, and so you may want to get rid of some of the leaves at the bottom right here, like these, because it's sitting on top of soil anyway, so the soil is kind of covering it. And so we'll just get rid of some. And then we'll need to put the plant in a spot where it gets a little bit of the morning sun, and then you have to monitor it. If it looks kind of droopy, you got to take it out of the sun right away, and then do it again the next day until like a week before you can put it into full sun. And remember, you can water a little bit more than you would normally do because this came out of the arrow garden, which is hydroponic. The roots are underwater, so you can give it a little bit more water than usual. Okay, it is all complete. I pulled a few of the larger leaves off. I gave it a good amount of water, put it right here in my patio. This is gonna get a few hours of the morning sun. Right now it's not very hot, so it's still okay, but you need to monitor it because the sun is very, very strong, much stronger than the arrow garden, so it's gonna burn these leaves right here if you don't watch it. Okay, so we'll check back. Okay, it has been 4 days since I left the plant outdoor, getting good sun, and you see that the first few days it got beat up by the sun, which is typical. That's usually how it is. The leaves are really tender, then you put them in the sun, they're gonna get beat up. So that's why you have to monitor and take it out of the sun, which I did, and now it's been 4 days and it's good to go. So I left this in this spot right here. It got all of the morning sun for like 5 to 6 hours. It's good to go. So now I can pretty much put it in full sun and it should be fine. So that is how you take your plant from hydroponic and put it in soil. It's pretty simple. And again, make sure the soil is wetter than usual until the plant is established and adjusted. And then once that happens, you're gonna reduce the amount of water and then it should be good to go. So there it is, guys. I hope you liked the video. And in the next update, there may be some fruits coming out from some of the plants indoors. But that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.